From the way I dressed, from the way I thought, and from like what I wanted to do. I always wanted to be like someone different. So yeah, definitely, I think I stood out a lot more, whether it was good or not.
Yeah. Bro, you just got.
That's why I feel like this shit is weird. It's like I work in like in the future. That's why this shit now is good. People want to hear this shit now. You know, it's hype. It's club shit, especially now that everything's opening up again, bro.
It's like back when you made it, it was ahead, and now it's the perfect time.
No one was around. Everyone was inside, stuck. Now everyone's fucking out, bro. Get this in clubs. Boom, everyone wants to fucking bump and grind. I had a very crazy imagination. I lived at home by myself, obviously, with my mom and my dad. I had an older brother, so he wasn't around. He moved out when I was young, so I don't really remember much of him being around or being with me to do anything. So I definitely had to obviously play by myself. So yeah, just having fun all the time with what I had. I was the kid wearing like red tight skinny jeans from the girl section at Walmart because that's what my brother was doing, because he was in like the scene era, and I was like, oh, I looked up to my brother so much and I always just wanted to be like him, so I did the same stuff. Like you said, my brother was in a band, a few bands. There was actually one called Thema that actually went pretty big, like back in the day, like when Screamo was a big thing, the scene era was like big. And just seeing that, like hearing the music, I think I was in like middle school where I said, holy shit, I can do that myself. Definitely my brother definitely had a huge influence, as well as my mother. My mom was always playing 70s, 80s, like Michael Jackson, but all those like old school tracks, like disco stuff. And I always just, I don't know, I always just had a groove for it. Yeah. My toes always tapped when I heard music. Because we're not going to do projects, we're not going to do none of that, just singles. Bi-weekly. Right now, if I'm dropping bi-weekly, I have enough music for almost 2 years. Yeah. So that's why I want to just focus on making the videos for it, perfecting those sounds, and like not really focusing too much on making new music. I do want to get into making like beats though. Fucking around with my own melodies of my voice and then putting beats on top of them, like being able to just have that sound, like, you know what I mean?
But that's important for an artist, man, to want to delve into like the production side of things, because it just gives you that extra like step into the music that you didn't have before, because before it's like you're looking and then you try to build with it, versus now building with it, it's completely different.
I always say that Toronto it's very hard to prosper in the music industry, because there's everybody, their son and their dad trying to make music and drop it on SoundCloud or Apple Music. It's so easy to drop music on any social or any like platform, Apple Music and whatever like that. It's so easy to do. And in Toronto, nobody really wants to help you unless it benefits them.
I'm really glad you called, but I need you to tell me what it costs to save you. Baby, I'm lost. I need someone to call, but I ain't good at talking. Feels like I'm falling.
I wanted to do it a little bit more professionally, have more ears to listen to what I'm making. So I went to the studio and I found somebody that I trust to work with my voice. No, like you said, there's years of failure, the work that you're putting towards it that people aren't seeing. You know, all they see is, oh, new rapper, he's on my YouTube page, he's new, good song, he's just blowing up from this song. But then if you really go to his page, you go before that song, there might be like 10, 7 other music videos that just have 100 views. It takes work. And not everybody's just gonna kind of get lucky and blow up. I think there was definitely a time in high school when I was dropping these mediocre beats and these mediocre tracks, and you know, there was the older kids that were making fun of me, and I definitely let it get to my head. Even though I was getting thousands of views, for some reason I let it hit me and I fell down and I didn't get up. Some people create something, think it's the best thing ever, release it on like whatever with a day's notice, no promotion, and think it's gonna go big, and then it doesn't. They get demotivated and say, fuck this. So I always knew it was there, but there were times where I said, fuck this, I don't want to do it. And then I became a barber. I found that I was good at cutting hair and I could make a fucking big living out of it. And I fell in love with that and kind of forgot about the music. And then I remembered why I started barbering and why I started making all this money. And it was because I was using this, even though I fell in love with it, I was using this just to make enough money and to be able to fund my music.
Decide the order, but these have to be your first 3 back.
Yeah.
These
are the first ones ever recorded.
Good.
They have to be. They have to be.
That's amazing. Actually,
they have to be the first
like
ones.
That's amazing that there was that early. You were doing that, and like, were you mixing that too?
Yeah, everything.
Bro, on sounds fucking
on my fucking. You know the first ever MacBook, the white one.
Yeah, yeah.
I was using that, dude. And the Yeti,
and just like stock FL plugins back then.
That's it, bro. I always knew that music was gonna be there. I always knew that I can create music whenever I wanted to. It was my time to express my feelings. Before, when I was growing up, I was, and I still am, working on communicating. I'm very bad at telling, say, my significant other or my parents or even a friend that has hurt me that I've been hurt. I just kind of bundle it up, and that's how I figured out music was a way for me to express that. Some people go to the gym, beat the shit out of a punching bag. Some people yell, some people run, you know, some people do whatever they want to do, but mine was music, writing. You know, whatever came out, that's what I knew was my feelings and my heart pouring out. It's just something like that I know that I can do and that it will happen eventually. It's just, time will tell.